It's not being done infinitely.
Yeah, that's fine. The action itself is still being done against an infinite being.
Let me finish talking. If I sin, which I don't believe in anyway, let's say I lie to Christina, okay? My sin is against Christina, not an infinite being. And he's going to punish
God.
me for Let me finish, please. I really haven't talked much. But I'm going to be punished for an infinite amount of time because I lied to Christina. I didn't lie to God. God knew the truth. I didn't even talk to him. I lied to Christina.
It's still being done against God because God commands you not to do a certain.
Yeah, that's a good way to get around it.
No, you said let me finish. Let me also finish.
You call cognitive dissonance.
This is not cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, so all right, I guess.
Go ahead and finish your thought. Go ahead and finish your thought, and then I'm gonna get. We have some other. We have the queue is growing a little bit, so I do want to move on to the next guest. But I want you to finish what you were saying. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, it's still being done against an infinite being as well, just simply because the infinite being commands you not to do it to others.
That doesn't justify an infinite torture.
I thought I was supposed to be finishing, Mac.
Listen, you've been talking all morning. We tired of you.
I have not.
Truly, yes, you have. You've been talking all morning.
Let him finish let him get his thought out so we can move on to the next one. Go ahead, Light, finish up.
Yeah, my battery literally went from 30 to 26 because of how much I didn't talk at all.
Wow, that's a lot.
Who cares? You cry so much.
Okay. All right. You do you, I guess. So I was saying it's still being done against an infinite being because this infinite being tells you not to do it to others and tells you that these actions that are being done to others is going to be done against him.
It's actually commanded. Just say, brother, it's commanded. That's all.
Can I respond to Light?
It's an infinite. It's a finite transgression.
Sorry.
Against an infinite being.
It doesn't matter what it's
Light
against.
is about to drop because our queue is getting. Are you done, Light?
Justice is when the punishment fits the crime. Okay, go ahead, host.
Oh, you're fine. Josh, you had something you wanted to say to Light before we, because I'm actually going to put Josh and Light back in the comments. Go ahead, Josh. I know you haven't had a lot of chance to talk, but you wanted to address. Thank you so much. You wanted a chance to address Light, right? Go ahead and come off mute for me, Josh.
Yeah, Christina, thank you so much. Sorry, I've been waiting a while, but I came up originally to address some of the claims that Light had made earlier. So this is going to feel like we're going back in time probably, but I think it's important. I don't come up on these panels because I'm a church hurt atheist or because I'm in my feelings. I do it because I want to help educate people. And I'm going to give you some information that completely contradicts what you were saying earlier about the origins of the Bible and the prophecies that were made that you referenced in the Gospels. Okay, so
is this in regards to Christ's return, Josh?
No, ma'am. It's actually in regards to the prophecies from the Old Testament that supposedly reference Jesus is coming. So,
okay, Jesus, the second coming or his first coming?
His first coming, yeah, his crucifixion. So, I can address the second coming too because that's all completely misunderstood. But
can
anyway,
you address the second coming because whether we can. Came to be the first time, that's fine, but I really want to try and stick to the question that we have on the prompt here.
Basically, most of the prophecies of the end times and like Jesus coming back are in Revelation, and everything written in Revelation was written by John, and most of these prophecies were predicated on his understanding of the conflict between Rome and the Christians at the time. So whenever John wrote Revelation, for instance, like the mark of the beast, these are all references to Nero. So Nero was the emperor at the time. Whenever John was writing Revelation, is about 40 to 60 AD, I think. And at the time, Rome was unique in the way that Nero was unique in the way in his ruling in Rome that he made a unified currency, and this currency had his face on it. So you couldn't at the time do any type of trade or any type of use any other currency in Rome without using the Nero coin and there was also a paper ledger of some type, but it wasn't technically currency the way we consider currency now. But it also had Nero's face on it, and that was another option for people to use. So the mark of the beast in Revelation is Nero's currency, and the beast is Nero, and all of the other foreshadowing is what John predicted would happen when Rome fell, because at the time Rome was such a huge empire and had been around for so long that people really did believe that when Rome fell, the end of the world would come, and therefore Jesus would come. So after Rome fell, guess what? All of the prophecies about Jesus and the end of times, that time has passed. It wasn't talking about 2,000 years in the future. John was predicting what would happen when Rome fell. Jesus is not coming back. So back to my original point, you said something about this church, the church fathers being descendants or relatives to the disciples, and that's who canonized the Bible or wrote the gospel or something of that nature. And either way, that's completely false. So the people who wrote the gospels were anonymous scribes. No one knows who they were. No one knows who they were. They were anonymous scribes, and it was not Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. John of the Gospels is not John of the Revelations. The person who wrote Revelations only ever identifies himself as John, not John the disciple, not John, Jesus's buddy. That is not the same John. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John were written by anonymous scribes, and the Catholic Church canonized the first Bible in 382. It was Pope Damasus and the Council of Rome. So unless you can prove that your little church fathers were on that council, they had nothing to do with the canonization of the Christian Bible. Second of all of the prophecies that your church fathers try to say were from the Old Testament, we're speaking of Jesus, they're referencing the Septuagint. You know what the Septuagint is? I'm going to take that as a no. So the Septuagint is the Greek translation of the Torah, which was
I said yes, by the way.
Okay. Well, great. So the Septuagint was a Greek translation of the Torah that was translated between three. Consult any scholar of these two scripts, you will find that the Septuagint has over 1,000 differences between it and the Torah. So whenever you compare the translation that you guys claim are about Jesus are about a king, and most of them are referring to King David. Original Hebrew translation of the Torah, not a single one. No matter how hard you try, you will never find a single time, because the New Testament was never written in Hebrew. The New Testament was never written in Hebrew. It was only written in Greek, and you will never find a single New Testament verse that references the Hebrew.
Like, go ahead and respond, and then I'm going to let you and Josh go, because I want to move on. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Especially that the church fathers are not.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. Like,
Something's wrong with your mic. We can't hear you.
Oh, I apologize. Can you guys hear me?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you made this silly assertion that the church fathers are not the successors of the disciples, and that we don't know who the authors of the gospels are, which is just idiotic to make, right? That claim is just dumb to make, because here, I'm not even going to give any type of, reasoning as to why it is that they are the ones that wrote it, or that why the successors. I'll just let you have. I'm sorry, my bad for the stuttering. I don't know why, but could you actually give a reason?
No, I can't
Why
cure
do y'all come here
anybody.
and lie
It's
like
the
this?
power of
Excuse me.
It's the power of the Lord that
Sir.
I can.
Why?
You did or you can?
Have you?
Oh, I told you I did. Did you
Well,
not
you
hear me
keep
the
you're
first time?
that now you said you can, so you're using confusing
my
riddles
goodness.
like Jesus. So you got to use
Okay,
clear
let me
words.
answer.
Did they also get like medicinal treatment? Were they doing chemotherapy, or did they only use your hand to God?
No, they had done all. Stage
Gonna
4.
cure them.
There's nothing else we can do for you. Go home and die.
Yeah, right.
Y'all
But they don't
always,
say
y'all
that
always the
ever.
same line. I don't know if y'all read. I don't know if y'all know it.
Okay. Well, you don't have to believe it.
I mean, no, tell
you
like
know,
what's
do not
what
believe
was
Okay, that's right. And the reason I say that without being interrupted is because when the 10 lepers came to Jesus, right? Only one turned back and was made whole.
I don't think this is a lot.
Excuses, Mezzo. So
there's no
he
excuse.
can, yeah, he's
Yes,
trying to set it up
Okay,
ahead of time.
so will you disagree with me or agree with me that healing is a process versus a miracle?
No, I just think that like it was never the case that in
needs a
in the
miracle.
Bible
Come on,
somebody like brought a sick
Letitia,
person to
come
Jesus
on,
and said,
chime
"Can
in
you
on
heal
that.
this sick person?" And I said, "Well,
He just
before I
needs
do
a
that, there's
miracle.
different types of healings. Just to be
Well, no,
clear."
no,
I'm asking a question here.
You sound
No,
really
yes,
unsure of
no.
yourself.
Wait a minute,
Okay,
because
go
he
ahead.
said, wait a
Go
minute,
ahead. And I'm listening. I'm
wait a
listening to
minute.
y'all.
I'm talking specifically about it says when God healed the sick, it wasn't no process. They were healed. Get up and walk. It
Take up
wasn't
the
no
bed and
process.
walk.
Take up, yes. It wasn't no process. He said you will lay your hands on the sick and they will
And they shall,
what does shall
they
mean?
shall recover.
What does shall mean?
It means you have to keep. That's what you're talking about.
Because
Yep.
Tress, you're not being honest. And the thing
You're not
is,
even gonna try.
yeah, like you don't. This goes back to the topic I had the other day. You don't believe this shit either,
Yes,
and
I do.
that's what it
Yes, I
boils
do. Hold
down
on.
No,
to.
you don't.
But you know what? I'm gonna show you
Because if
something.
you honest,
Watch
I'm
this.
speaking.
Oh,
I'm
go ahead, I'm
speaking.
sorry.
Like
Go
if
ahead.
you really believe this, you would. You're waffling like this means that there's doubt there. That he's a liar and that he's not going to tell the truth. Do you know if you were actually able to do something? He was
Hallelujah.
healed and that miracle happened, or y'all actually put laying hands on somebody with cancer in the name of Yahuwah HaMashiach, whatever, and they were healed. You got me.
Okay, let's
You
pray.
This
got
is the
me.
thing, though. This is
Let's
the
pray.
thing.
Go.
Let's
Let me
pray.
tell
Let's
you,
get
this is the thing.
let's
This
do
is the
it.
thing.
Let's do it.
If
Let's
I
do
was
it.
somebody that believed in God and I found out that I could touch a motherfucker and I could heal him, baby, I would be going around touching. Do you hear me?
But
I would be
believe it or
healing
not,
every.
you'll still
If
have
I healed
those.
one person of cancer, I'd be at the
Listen,
cancer
but
ward.
Watch
listen, but
this.
this is the thing. But this is the thing, trust. I wouldn't heal them because for them to believe. Because guess what? God says these are the things that you should be able to do, greater things than me in my name.
Right.
I would just heal them because the Lord gave me the power to do it. Fuck if they believe or not.
Yeah,
I'm
not even to
healing
convert me.
Not even a convert. You need a healing. I'm doing it in Jesus' name. Because that's what the God called me to do. That's if I was a believer, that's what I would be doing. Because that's what the God called me to do. Fuck if the people believe.
Will you believe?
No, but it
if
doesn't
he
matter
heals
what
you?
I listen, trust. You're missing the point. It doesn't matter if the person I heal believe or not. He need a healing. I'm
No,
gonna give it
that's
to
not
him
what I'm
in
talking about. I'm not talking.
Listen,
I'm saying
he
if
needs the healing.
when he or she is healed, will you believe? That's all I'm saying.
Will I believe?
Right.
So why are you like withholding your healing powers from
I'm not
me
withholding anything.
to
I'm not
convert
withholding
atheists?
anything.
You just heal me
Who
anyways.
cares what I believe? You just heal the people in Jesus' name because that's what God called you to do. You're supposed to be doing what the God calls you to do. Fuck everybody.
Sis, that's not what I'm saying. Maybe you're misunderstanding what I'm saying.
Christina's talking. Trust. Christina's talking.
Yeah, I'm ready to move on because this
pray her out. He said he would pray.
Are you gonna pray for him?
What should? Yeah, of course I am. Do I need to use your real name?
Oh,
Jesus knows who Mezzo is.
Jesus knows me though.
Okay, all right.
I mean, are you asking me the
If anything, sir, do you want me to pray for you?
Yes, please.
Okay, so we're gonna pray that your leg, your spinal cord be healed, right?
Thank you.
All right. So let's go to the Most High in the name of his son. Most High, Yah, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, we know that all things are possible. Who are on this panel right now, let your marvelous and your wonderful works be done. Of Yeshua has a problem with a compression to his L spine. Marvelous and your wonderful works.
use cheesy debate tactics by not letting me finish.
That's a different chapter and verse. This doesn't say anything about a generation.
Hold on. Let me